Hello class, welcome to the week 8 video. This week we are going to be submitting our final posters and a presentation about those posters. Hello class, welcome to the week 8 video. This week each of you is going to be submitting your final poster and a presentation about that poster. I really enjoyed meeting with each of you this week to talk about your work, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your final designs. There are a few things to talk about before we get to the other video. There are a few things to talk about as you are preparing to do your final work, so let's talk about those real quick. The first one I'd like to talk to you about is the rubric that is going to be used to assess your work. I have provided you with a link to this document so that you can see exactly what is required. It is on the design assignments page for this week. You'll see that there are some required slides that is going to be in your presentation, and then they're going to be asking you to choose 5 of these 9 design features to highlight in your presentation as well. So that's a total of 7 total slides that you're going to be having in your final presentation, as well as I'm going to be assessing the overall quality of the slides and the overall quality of your narrative. I'll be talking about the slides and the narrative in another video for this week. There's one design tool that I'd like you to become familiar with for this week, and there's a link to it under design spaces, which I've added for this week. There's also a link to a couple other places, and this is a contrast checker. The contrast checker is designed to help with readability of your design work. And the way that it would work is that if you found your poster, you would look for the background color. Here it's pretty much black, and the foreground color, which is white. And you would put in the colors into the background checker to determine whether or not it meets the requirements of readability. So for example, if I clicked on this background right here, and if I clicked on this text, for example, and then I clicked on the text color, you could click on the add a new color to get this color picker, this little color picker tool. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to hover over different parts of your design and choose the actual colors. So I'm just going to hover over this area here, and it will give me the hex code. Now it's black, so this is what that hex code is. And I'll go to the background color and I paste it in. And then I can go back and do that again and choose the foreground color, which is white, and that's FFFFF. And I'll just put that in there. Press return. And I can see that it passes. The contrast passes. And I'd like for you to be able to put into your final presentation a screenshot that you take of these results so that we know that it does pass. Okay. Now, if I had chosen a different color, perhaps in here you could see a light gray, for example, fails, because you can't even see those particular words on there. And we don't want to get a fail. We want to make sure that something is passing. So just verify that the colors you are choosing for the background and the fonts that you've got, the colors of your typefaces, we have enough contrast so that it enhances readability. The next thing I want to introduce quickly is the rule of thirds, which is a design feature that we're going to be incorporating into our final presentation, as well as in our photography project when we work on that in a couple of weeks. The rule of thirds is a design concept that basically states that when you segment out your visual space with 2 equidistant horizontal lines and 2 equidistant vertical lines, you should place the primary focal points either along the lines, vertically or horizontally, or at the intersecting points of the lines themselves. What that does is it increases the drama of the image and how pleasant it is for a viewer. So you can see in this photograph that I took several years ago of this double rainbow over the lake, I have positioned the subjects in the frame so that the horizon line of the lake is along the bottom third of the grid, and the inner rainbow is intersecting exactly in this upper right quadrant, and that helps create a very balanced and pleasant image. If, for example, this image was positioned in a way like that, it would not be as, and there was sky up above here, it would not be as pleasant a viewing experience for the viewer. Same as if I positioned the photograph like this. This is not a very nicely positioned photograph. But when we position things along the horizon, along the lower grid line, and we position the rainbow intersecting here, it works extremely well. Here's another example of that. This is a macro image of this plant that I took, and you can see that I positioned the flower along the bottom right intersecting point, and the stem is up within that grid line, and the leaf is sort of along the bottom rule of thirds. If this was positioned in a different way, like that, it's not nearly as engaging a photograph, nor is it as engaging if it's off to the side even more. It's not as dramatic. So in your presentations, we're going to be positioning your work along these grid lines, the rule of thirds grid lines, and those are added just like you added your other grids by going to View Settings, Add Guides, and choosing the 3x3 grid option. And just click Add. And it's what's really nice, Canva adds that for you. All right. So I think that is it for this video. There's going to be another video this week. Your final work is going to be due on Sunday, I have this date, Sunday the 22nd of October by 11 p.m. You're going to be submitting it on your links to your final work in your discussion and design journal document. And everything, all that is going to be explained in great detail on the design assignment page. You can see there's quite a bit here that I'd like you to look through. If you have any questions for me as you're working on this, please don't hesitate to ask. And like I said at the beginning, I'm looking forward to seeing your final work. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.